Alright, what's going on YouTube? Hammer56 here, or Hamzy. And so, I have more of a serious video for you guys today. It's not gonna be like a roasting video or anything like that. I'm just gonna be talking about something that was a really big part of my life. Okay, so as you can probably tell by the title, 3 years ago today, I was in the hospital. I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, or 2.5 or something like that. Back in 2013. I don't know if this is the day I went in the hospital. I don't think it was, but this is one of the days I was in the hospital. So here's the picture, and as you can tell, it's just me. Now you have kind of an idea of what I used to look like anyway. But you can't really tell that much. But so right there, I have the nurse's like heartbeat thing on, and I'm like checking her heart, acting like I'm checking her heart, making that weird face. And so yeah, here's how I ended up there. So basically what happened was I got a stomach virus, okay? I got a very bad stomach virus, and for weeks I was miserably sick. It was worse than any stomach virus I've ever had. And so after about 3 or 4 or 5 days, it's kind of started to get better, but I would like dry heave a lot. And if you don't know what dry heaving is, it's basically like throwing up, but the thing is you have nothing left to throw up, so you're just kind of stuck. Like, it's not a gag because you're throwing up air, basically, is the best way I can explain it. So like I'm sitting there constantly dry heaving, and so my mom thinks I have like a pulled muscle in my stomach or something like that. And she says, I'll get better. That's what we're thinking. So I go to school. All right, and I'm in miserable pain, and I'm on the bus, and I remember just feeling like I was literally getting stabbed in the stomach over and over again with every single bump we hit, tiniest bump. And I was miserable that day, and I could barely walk, and I got checked out that day. And so the next day, I was at Burger King. My mom had just taken me to Burger King because my dad, his axle snapped on his car. And so we're outside of Burger King, and all of a sudden, I dropped to the ground instantly. And so that's when my dad and my mom took me to the hospital. And so I got a CAT scan, and it come to find out that I had appendicitis. Now, appendicitis is when your appendix, which is one of your organs, it's about the size of your pinky, basically it ruptures. And again, rupture means basically burst. And so my appendix bursted. And I'm pretty sure the appendix is to like hold bacteria and stuff. So basically I had a bunch of bacteria just floating around. And it had just literally bursted. So just imagine one of your organs just randomly one day just like popping like a balloon or something. So yeah, that's what ended up happening to me. And so I got surgery on it, right? And I have 3 scars from it. But I got surgery, they did it, everything was fine, it seemed. And then they said you should be able to at least eat some applesauce now, a few days later. So I was like, okay. I took 1 bite of applesauce, and 5 minutes later I threw it right back up. And so it turns out that my bowels had telescoped, so I couldn't use the bathroom or anything because I would just throw it back up. My bowels had telescoped, and that means like they had closed, so nothing could go through them. And so I had to have another surgery to fix that, and it was so bad. It was just so much pain. I remember I got a catheter, and a catheter goes inside your private part. And so, guys, imagine that. Just like a pointy, well, not pointy, but like a long, like thin catheter thing just going in your, going inside your Randy Johnson. It's just not fun. It's not fun. And so, yeah, that was pain. I was only in 5th grade, and I never experienced anything like this before. That has got to be the worst 2 weeks ever, because I was sitting in that hospital bed miserable for 2 weeks. And I had to go out of that hospital in a wheelchair because I couldn't walk. And it took me at least a month to normally get back walking again. And all that time in the hospital, I couldn't eat. They were feeding me vitamins and stuff through a needle in my vein, coming through like a tank next to me. And so I literally, no joke, could not eat a little bowl of cereal, or I would get full. I went from about 90 pounds to about like 65 pounds in 2 weeks because I wasn't eating anything. I was super skinny and scrawny, but I did make it out, and I'm still alive. I really could have died. I honestly could have, but yeah, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And oh yeah, comment down below if you've ever had surgery or something like that. I really love to hear you guys' stories. Sometimes some of you send me stories that happen to you that are similar to mine, and I love hearing them. You guys are amazing. All 250 of you are so special to me. You mean the world to me. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.